The topic I'm going to be discussing today is the FEMA Individuals and Household Program. The program is also known as IHP. This program provides financial help and direct services to those who have necessary expenses and serious needs if they're unable to meet these needs through any other conditions, such as insurance, and this usually happens after disaster. Actually, it has to be after a disaster. There's a process to get IHP assistance, and first there needs to be a presidential declaration that there is a disaster. Then you need to be eligible for the program. Then you have to register with FEMA for the disaster assistance, and there's a whole application process, and you can look at it through the website on the PowerPoint. Then FEMA considers you for several sorts of IHP assistance, and then you receive the assistance that you qualify for, and you can qualify for more than one. There are some requirements that you need to meet, and they are that you must be a U.S. citizen, a non-citizen national, or a qualified alien. You have to have losses in an area that has been declared a disaster by the president. Your residence has been damaged and affected, and it's disaster related. Your residence is not livable, it's uninhabitable. The disaster caused need cannot be met through any other forms of disaster assistance or insurance, and you either have no insurance or insufficient insurance to cover your needs. There's different forms of IHP assistance. There's financial help, there's housing assistance, and there's other assistance, and I'm going to go into a little more detail about these programs, these assistance programs specifically. Temporary housing just provides people money to basically rent another place to live temporarily until they figure out their situation. There's housing repair assistance, and it provides money for homeowners to repair damage from the disaster that it's not covered by insurance. The goal is to repair the home and make it safe and livable, but they do not repair the home back to its original condition before the disaster. Some of the replacement items for the housing repair include structural parts of the home, such as the foundation, the outside walls, the roof, the windows, doors, floors, sewage systems, water systems, utilities, just to name a few. For housing replacement, this is rarely done, and it's only done if it can be done with limited funds. It gives them money to replace a disaster damaged home. FEMA may provide up to the IHP maximum for home replacement. The semi-permanent or permanent housing construction. This also occurs in very unusual situations in locations specified by FEMA. There is no other type of housing assistance possible, and that's when they use these. It provides direct assistance or money for the construction of a home. And the construction aims towards average quality, size, and capacity, taking into consideration the needs of the occupant. The other needs assistance provides grants for uninsured, disaster-related necessary expenses and serious needs. These assistance programs include medical and dental expenses, funeral and burial costs, repair and cleaning or replacement of clothing and household items, protective clothing for work or equipment required for your job, necessary educational materials, cleanup items and fuel for primary heat sources, and repairing or replacing vehicles damaged by the disaster. It also provides moving and storage expenses related to the disaster and other necessary expenses or serious needs. There are conditions and limitations of the IHP assistance. One is non-discrimination, meaning anyone regardless of race, color, religion, sex, age, national origin, disability, or economic status is eligible for the FEMA Disaster Assistance Program as long as they meet the requirements. There's supplemental assistance, and disaster housing assistance is not intended to substitute for private recovery efforts, but to complement those efforts when needed. The type of assistance. Generally, more than one type of IHP assistance may be provided to the household, but only FEMA has the authority to determine what type of assistance is the most appropriate. Household composition. The people living together in one residence before the disaster are expected to continue to live together after the disaster. Generally, assistance is provided to the pre-disaster household as a unit. So if, however, the assistance program to the household is not shared, or if the new residence is too small or causes undue hardship, members of the household may request assistance separate from their pre-disaster household. There's also appeal rights. Applicants who disagree with FEMA's determination of eligibility or form of assistance provided have the right to appeal within 60 days of the date of the notification letter. The duration of the assistance is different for all the types of different assistance. And for repair and replacement assistance, it's provided and it's considered a one-time payment. The temporary housing assistance is provided for a period of 1 to 3 months. And the additional assistance is generally provided 1 to 3 months as well. And the maximum period for IHP assistance is 18 months. And there I am. Thank you for watching my presentation.